Myers Park Presbyterian Church has been growing disciples and connecting communities in the city of Charlotte for nearly 100 years. From our roots as a loose gathering of neighbors meeting on the campus of Queens College, our congregation has bloomed into a faithful community, empowered and equipped to respond to God's call. As we enter a second century of ministry, now is the time for a bold new initiative to equip our church for ministry for generations to come. The COVID-19 pandemic has obviously changed a lot about how we're doing church, but it has not changed our call to nurture faith and to join God's work in the world. Through faithful discernment, a number of opportunities have arisen that will have a significant impact on our community, which is why we are launching the Cultivate campaign, to cultivate faith, hope, and love within our walls and beyond. The Cultivate campaign is about nurturing a new generation of disciples, serving our neighbors with love and compassion, and revitalizing our campus for generations to come.
The first is the care and spiritual nurture of our youngest members of our faith family. Over 1,000 children have been baptized since our last capital effort. Our church is teeming with young families, and it is a tremendous blessing and responsibility to help them experience the love of God and grow in their faith. In 1944, this church dreamed of a weekday school program that would faithfully blend secular and spiritual education. The full-day program began over 10 years ago today, and there is a massive need in our community to expand that ministry. Aside from limited renovations in the 1980s, little has changed about the facilities devoted to the faith formation of our children in the weekday school and in Sunday school. We are blessed with a children's ministry program that's bursting at the seams and challenged by buildings that need significant improvement. Now is the time to bring the level of the facilities in which our children learn and grow up to the level of the ministry happening at Myers Park Presbyterian Church. Ensuring a faith formation pathway to adulthood begins with children and follows them as they grow to participate in our middle and high school youth ministry programs. This fertile soil of faith is a gift from God, not only for Myers Park Presbyterian Church, but for the lives enriched by our students for decades to come.
Not all God's children have access to the blessings of our community. Right here in Charlotte, it is extremely difficult for a child to escape poverty. COVID-19 has had a tremendous impact on our mission partners, and that's calling us to rise to the challenge of these incredibly difficult days. Through established community partners like Crossroads, Habitat for Humanity, and the Housing Partnership, our congregation is at work to secure accessible, affordable housing that provides a basis for family stability.
Members of our church are engaged in the lives of our neighbors all across Charlotte. We share a safe space and a hot meal with those who don't have a place to call home. We enter into spaces outside our comfort zone to mentor students and engage our faith in novel ways.
We fully fund a new teacher mentor at Billingsville Elementary who coaches new teachers, reducing teacher turnover and building trust with students. Now is the time to secure the future of these critical ministries. We must join God in overcoming the opportunity and achievement gaps that face our neighbors in the Greer Heights community. The Cultivate campaign will provide support, love, and hope for our most vulnerable neighbors.
Even before our sanctuary was built in 1928, the session proposed funding to support missionaries in China and the American Presbyterian Congo Mission in Lubandai. This work continues nearly a century later with thriving ministries with partners in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Cuba, El Salvador, and our partners in Hungary. Our children, youth, and adults are privileged to deepen our perspective and connections to Christians all over the globe through these partnerships.
We are deeply grateful for those that have advanced a bold vision for this church over the past 9 decades. This campaign is our chance to offer the same gift to the next generation of Christians in our midst, cultivating fertile fields of faith, hope, and love for generations to come.
Join us by investing in the vision for the next generation by supporting the Cultivate campaign. It's a time for sacrificial giving, for making a stretch gift above and beyond your annual tithes and offerings.
Almost a century ago, God sowed seeds of faith in the hearts of young adults who founded this church. Those seeds took root and have yielded an abundant harvest for God's beloved community. God has also sown seeds of faith in our own hearts. What harvest will be enjoyed in the generations to come? Join us in this movement of love, cultivating our own faith so that future generations may feast on the goodness of God's love for us all.